Welcome back. Episode 2 of the Fuck Outta Here Sis podcast. Yep, we're back. Yeah, the first thing we're going to touch on is Britney Spears, and we're just going to dive right in because she's on meth. Yeah, hot take. Piping hot take. And it's kind of crazy because Mo has been saying this for years, and I've been saying, why meth? You know? Why is it meth? Like, why is Mo so... Yeah, she was so set on meth. And I didn't, like, I was like, I don't know, I don't think she's completely accurate. But now I'm seeing articles come out that are like, is Britney on meth? And now it's like, Britney can't beat the Louisiana meth allegations. I tried to tell you. And I've been like, saying wow, this it was meth? Since before the conservatorship. I think I was like, yo, Britney's on meth. Yeah, it's been a minute. And it's been years. Her teeth are getting more and more fucked up, more spaced out. I mean, we should have known, I think, when she was posting, like, 30 of the same I think this has been since the beginning. Like, she was posting, like, 30 of the same... You know, when you take a lot of selfies, there's a lot of takes. Yeah. You're like, I'm going to pick the best maybe one. Maybe 2. I've seen girls post 2. Yeah, but they're different poses. Yeah. She'll post, like, 40 of the same photo. Almost identical looking, and then has, like, I guess, like, a side video of her, like, half naked squeezing her tits. And she's like, I'm Britney. Doing those, like, manic poses. And you don't even really know what she's saying. She's talking so fast and, like, in, like, a little... And then the dog's in the like, background, whisper. Like... Oh. Yeah, don't even get me started on the whole knife, like, dancing during Halloween. The dog's petrified in the corner, like, is she gonna... Am I next? Dude. When the dog knows, you know. But, yeah, well, the reason why I was saying this was because I was watching a free Britney documentary of some sort, because there's like a million out there, but I forget what platform it was on. But there were people that were closer saying that she was like an Adderall girl, which I think she admitted to in early... Yeah, she said she was addicted to Adderall. Early interviews. And I'm like, Adderall is just like legal meth. So who's to say that she ever stopped? You know what I mean? And, like, you know, I'm all for the free Britney thing. I'm like, you know, don't think that she should be in the conservatorship, but she might have to be in a rehab. Like, I don't, like, where's the concern is my question. Yeah, I think that we as a society, we've gone so far with advocating for people. Like, oh, you should be able to do what you want. You should be able to wear what you want. You should be able to love who you want. You should be able to just act however you want, that they somehow miss when someone needs help. Like, they're not even seeing it. They're just like, oh, let her be her. Let her be her. Let her be her. Why aren't you letting her live? And you're like, yeah, we are, but we're also the concerned friend that's like, hey, this could be meth. This could be. It could be, but it's also like, it's a weird line because it's like people get mad when you say something because you're not their close friend. You can't do anything. So, like, hopping in the comments and saying she's on meth, is that doing anything? I don't know, but I think the reason, like, there was a point where I was, like, trolling the internet, like, just being like, Britney's on meth on every video, and it was really fucked up, I guess. But nobody said anything, like, I wasn't getting, like, backlash or anything, but I'm like, I understand where it's, like, kind of fucked up to say, because, like, maybe you don't know, but I think we know. I mean, at this point. I mean, yeah, the foot selfie. Dude. What'd she say? Dude. I am blessed. We are not. Yo, so we are cursed. Yeah, so... We are cursed now because of that image. At Britney's page, right? And I'm like scrolling, because I think I saw the video of her going, I need to get my nails done. She's doing like a she bit. Went through like 9 accents in 20 seconds. And this was the one where the top comment was somebody like, she's on meth. Where is her family? Where is her friends? Where is her support system? And I'm like, finally, somebody said it. But seeing that video made me go on her Instagram, and I'm like, let me just look at what she's doing and what she's been up to. And I scroll, and I don't know, it's like maybe like a couple scrolls deep. I see this like picture of her feet. It's heinous. It's heinous. You guys need to zoom in. We zoomed in and we analyzed that. But it's funny because, like,
I'm an investigator. So I'm like, we're going to see if she's on drugs by the state of her feet. Like, that's where my mind went, which I'm like, completely normal. Just like, let's look at her foot and zoom the fuck
Mo's
in.
going Sherlock Holmes on her feet. Like, where, like, are these meth feet?
Yeah, so I'm like, is this the feet of the meth addict? And boy, can I tell you.
It did not disappoint.
Dude, I cannot.
So Mo's showing me.
Finish my sentence.
She's showing me this photo. She's zooming in. She's like, dude, look. And she's like, am I crazy for doing this? Am I crazy for doing this? I was
No,
like,
because like
not
the first
really.
thing you look at are her toenails. Where are they? Like on her smaller
what, they're
toes,
like
not her big
disintegrating.
toe. It's
one
like,
was black, right?
It's like a crescent moon is like the size of her her nail, and it's like dirt's I don't even know how you get dirt in a nail that small. Like there's no way. And they're like paper thin, like they barely look like a nail.
Okay,
and I'm
listen,
like,
I'm not a meth expert, okay? But you know, your teeth get more spread apart. Maybe there's some science to the toenails.
yeah,
like
well,
like
her
disintegrating.
teeth are getting more and more spread apart, and people are like, "That's not the real Britney; it's the clone." And
Yeah, I'm
like,
sorry,
no,
you're
no,
just
no.
as delusional as Britney. You may be on meth as well.
Yeah. So this bitch Tree is looking at the photo and goes, "Look at her foot; it's got cradle cap."
I was like, why she got that crazy eczema that babies have? What's that shit called? Cradle cap?
And I'm like, cradle cap? And I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, dude, she's on the beach. That's sand.
I literally thought it was like her skin falling off. I thought it was like necrosis or something or whatever it's called.
Cradle cap was
I literally
crazy.
thought it was her skin dying.
Yeah. And then, like, we're like, oh, yeah. And she's got, like, a tattoo around one of her toes. It turns out it's this green from cheap, like, toe, like, fucking ring that she was wearing.
Yeah, for some reason, I
can't
literally
keep it
have, like, an
together.
image of her, like, going down to, like, a shady beach. Like, I don't know what's in L.A., but, like, I'm imagining, like, her going down to, like, our Atlantic City, right? And being like, oh, and buying like a toe ring from one of them dispensers, putting it on and wearing it for like 2 years. And she takes it off and her toe is green for like the
Permanently
next
green.
6 months. And then she decides, listen, I don't have good look. I don't have cute toes. I don't like have good feet. I have some horrifying stories about my toenails, but I do not post them on social media and say hashtag bless.
Blessed with what? You don't have no nails.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That was crazy, but... Yeah, I feel bad. I feel really bad. And
About the toes?
No. About Britney in general. Like, I'm like, where's her support system? Where is her family? Because it's like, as far as I know, they took her fucking money and ran, and then were like, bye, and everybody hates her.
Yeah. So I dove into this like meth thing a little bit like further, and there are people that have been saying like Britney's on meth. Like apparently Perez Hilton said it like years ago.
Yeah.
And then like I think Britney's brother, like his ex, said like she knew that the brother like gave meth to Britney because she wanted it.
Yeah, but I always talked about Britney and how like in the future I was always like, I hope like one day we see Britney as like an old lady in an interview and we're like, oh, Britney's back, you know, she's back
she's
to normal
recovered.
and she's recovered and she's like, because when you watch old videos of her, she's, like charming, very like charismatic, you know, can get a sentence out. Like now she's like a manic.
But didn't we just see like, okay, this is a stretch, but didn't we just see an interview recently with Courtney Love, and she's claiming to be recovered, and I think that she had been on drugs for so long that there's some kind of like damage that's been irreversible.
It's like burnout. It's burnout.
And she said she had to get all her teeth redone. Remember?
Yeah.
I think that even if we get Britney back, it's gonna be like either a long road till she's like normal, or she's just not. She's gonna be a little off because she's so far gone.
It's a shame. It's a shame. But like, yeah, I'm finally like, now that I see like the internet being like, this is concerning. I'm like, finally somebody fucking said it. I've been saying this for like, I think like 5 or 6 years.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't understand.
And
why
I mean, you were
everyone's
spot on with the meth. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's a lot of meth heads coming into your job and you have
Dude.
experience.
Yep.
But I was like, literally,
We
in
know
my
firsthand.
head, why meth?
I almost got in a fight with a meth head at work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a full-on fist fight with a woman that was like, it was definitely meth aggression. I don't know. Like I was trying to sell her.
Did you tell her to stop messing around?
Yeah, I was like, well, actually, she came in with her husband, and they were like both strung out, like clearly. But like the guy was like, I want to buy a guitar, and I was like, all right. So like, you know, a salesperson, I'm like, I'll go play a guitar for him. So I'm like playing. And I remember us having like these little ladders, and I like sat on it and played for him, and she like thought I was like serenading her man, basically.
Like coming on to him?
Yeah, like coming on to him because she's like, she like got down to his level and was like playing guitar for him. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't want your methed out husband. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not, that's not
Like,
what's
I'm
going
sorry
on.
it came across that way.
And she like followed me down. Like I went to go down. I was like, this is escalating. And I went to like run down the hallway to get something. And she like had her fist balled up. Like she was ready to fight. Like she was literally like, listen, bitch. And like I turn around and had my fist balled up. Like I'm like, is she going to start swinging? But like I wouldn't win.
Oh, yeah,
No.
probably not. I mean, I don't know the
I think she would go
logistics,
full
but, like,
feral. No,
Yeah.
I think she would go like feral cat on
Yeah.
me. So I just left. And I think she got kicked out. But yeah, you don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. What in other news? Katy Perry went to space, people.
Oh, yeah, people are outraged.
Dude, they're like
she went to
so
space
mad.
for what, 11 minutes?
I think it was like 10 or 11 minutes in like a ship that was like in the shape of a penis. Like what is send 5 women to space in the shape of an erect penis is a little bit strange, but whatever. I mean,
Welcome
this is
to America.
This is America.
Jinx. Yeah, I have like mixed feelings on it. Like, 'cause there's some people that like are like, you know, like fuck you, Katy Perry. You were there for 11 minutes. You didn't do shit. And I'm like, okay, and you're probably typing this in your mom's basement.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
yeah, when are you on a, and if you had a chance, if someone went, do you want to go on a spaceship for 10 minutes and see space, they'd probably be chomping at the bit to do it, and they'd be dramatic as fuck.
And they'd be like, I was in space for 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, it would be like at every dinner ever.
Yeah.
I went in space for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Have you ever gone to space? No. You
I
know
don't
who else
think
went
so.
to space for 10 minutes? Katy Perry. So stay
Yeah.
in your lane, bud.
I mean, the kissing the ground was a little much.
Oh, yeah. Some of it was weird. I'm not going to lie.
It's definitely weird.
We're not dealing with a normal
You know what
human
it is?
being.
Like, because Katy Perry is a pop star, and she's very dramatic.
Theatrical?
Yeah, theatrical. Maybe a narcissist, because like if
They all are.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
celebrities. I think we forget that we're not dealing with
an average
regular people. Like, to be a celebrity, you have to be a narcissist. It's a scientific fact.
human. Yeah, but it's also like she puts on like this hippie persona, like touch grass, kiss the earth. Which yeah, whatever. Like, you know, she's trying to be like appear grounded, but I'm like, what are you living in like a mansion and you're banging Orlando Bloom? Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We can barely afford eggs. But yeah, I don't know. It was just like, yeah, what she was saying, like, how did you feel when you were up there? I felt love. And I saw the moon. I'm like, we can all see the moon. I mean, it was probably cool as shit.
Yeah, it was probably cool for like 10 minutes.
Literally.
But yeah, I mean, we're not dealing with a normal individual. I mean, she's probably going to write a song about it, dude. Like, maybe put like some moons on her tits or something.
Yeah,
like, and
right.
and like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're like the girl that put
Maybe have like
cupcakes on her
she's gonna
boobs
literally have a
is
strap
dramatic.
on in the shape of a rocket and be like dancing
And be like, this is called Blue Origin. The spaceship that I rode
yeah,
at every family dinner.
yeah. So
Let her be her.
shit happens, man.
I guess. We're gonna do this game called like What's Worse, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a scenario type game, or it could be a person, or it could be like a would you rather type thing. Like either way.
It's kind of like Would You Rather, kind of.
Yeah.
Or like what would you rather completely not do and avoid at all costs. But I got a good one. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Telling someone their breath stinks or telling someone their body stinks. What's worse? Telling someone you need to brush your goddamn teeth or you need to scrub your armpits and some other things because holy shit.
Hear me out. I don't do either.
I don't do either.
Like me as a person, like it's like the ultimate cringe for me to tell someone that because I don't know how I would say it in a nice way.
I don't think this is why.
Is there a way to say it in a nice way?
I don't
like.
think so.
Could you wrap your head around how to do that?
Well, that's why I don't think I've ever done it because I think I'm gonna come off like, dude, you fucking reek.
But also, I would say if I had to choose, I would say it would probably be easier for me to tell someone their body stinks because that can usually be remedied. There are very rare circumstances where you can't fix that we're not going to delve into. But your mouth sometimes, it's like gingivitis or some kind of like elevated thing that can't be fixed.
I got a canker sore in the back of my mouth.
If I bring that up and you can't fix it, like... And usually when you know, like there's some people I know where I smell their breath and I'm like, that is not going to be remedied with the toothbrush. And so
what do you say? You need to go see a dentist because something's going on in that mouth.
That's exactly what I mean. Like, are you going to say that? Because you in your heart, that's what it is.
Yeah, I can't do either because people be running around stinking all the time. And I'm like, let it lie. And then it's like they're a repeat offender at that point, and it's your own fault because you didn't tell them. You were too afraid to tell them.
I mean, my ex-manager told somebody that they smelled so badly of cigarettes that they needed to address it and fix it. I think that's a little bit different.
There was a guy at my work like years ago that literally got pulled in the office and they told him his body stunk, and he needed to fix it. And he was like really embarrassed, and it was like, yeah, it's a horrible thing to do. And you know what?
Mortifying, and it's just
I don't think it ever got fixed.
Doesn't it just solidify like the fact that we don't want to do it? Like, doesn't that solidify for
I'm
you?
never gonna do this to anybody. I don't think. I'm just gonna have to plug my nose or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. I think you're right. Maybe the body. But I feel like if you have heavy body odor like that, it's kind of like your mouth. Like, it's hard to...
So what if an opportunity presented itself? This is going off a little bit. I'm riffing.
Oh, no.
So what if an opportunity presented itself? Like, let's say said coworker that had the body odor that was really bad, right? Before the manager addressed it. Like, let's say he stunk, like, horribly, right? And he says to you, like, do you believe this guy so-and-so? Like, one of your other coworkers, and goes, smells like fucking shit. And you're like, and you're sitting there
I
like,
don't know that I can help
would you in that moment be able to be like, bro, it's like the pot calling the kettle black at this point. Like, would that give you the ammunition you need?
I could. Yeah. Because I think I would be like, because, dealing with someone who stinks
I had
and
that
holding
happen.
it in. Oh, no.
But I couldn't do it still. I just started cracking up hysterically and looking around the room like, do you believe this guy?
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I think I could because I think, when you're walking around dealing with somebody who stinks, you're taking one for the team like all the time. Like you're taking a hit. And it's like
you gotta hold
building
your
and
breath.
building and build. Yeah, you got to do that thing where you like or
breathe out your
somehow
nose.
not breathing through your nose. Yeah, you do like the thing when they walk by and you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and then you're just keep doing that, and then they have the nerve to say someone else stinks. I think I'd be like, you stink.
Yeah,
I think it would just be
I would think that
inevitable.
would help you. But
Yeah.
it didn't help me. I just started cracking up.
I don't know how that scenario came up and you didn't jump on that.
I just started laughing hysterically because I was like, what do you say?
I would be like, that's rich. Coming from you.
That's fucking rich.
That would also be hilarious. But
Yo.
yeah.
All right. So what's worse? When you go out and you hate your outfit, but it's a great vibe, or you go out and you look fire and the vibes are horrible?
You go out, you hate your outfit, but it's a great vibe. You
Mhm.
go out, you're fucking fire, but the vibe is off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have to go with. It's tough because, like, I'm the kind of.
I know my answer.
I'm
locked in.
so insecure that, like, if my outfit is shit, I will feel like shit, even if the vibes are good. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
like
I'm agreeing.
My internal vibe would be like, I look like fucking shit. This is horrible. Everyone's having fun around me, but I'm just in my head. Like, but if I look fire and the vibes are off, I'm like, well, at least I look like
That's where my
stunning.
brain went. Where
At
I
least
would
I'm
be
hot
like,
as fuck.
okay, this sucks. Well, at least I'm hot as shit.
Yeah,
You know?
Okay, I'm glad
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Because I was like, it could go either way. Like, I would love for it
hate-
to all align, but that's not always
that's
the
not always
case.
how it
It's
goes.
not realistic.
And, you know, there's nothing. I guess there is something worse, but there is, like, it does suck when you look amazing and you're out and, like, everyone's in the doldrums and you're like,
and you're just looking around like I look like this for no reason.
yeah. Especially when you're
it's like a
hanging out,
race.
like let's say we've been to, like, you know, like lounges with dudes and we look fire. And there's a bunch of
And
dudes.
they're all jerking each other off.
Yeah, and they're they're like watching like videos on their phone, and the vibe is dog shit. I'm like, how do I look this good, and the vibe is this bad? Like, I was like, I think that I'm like, maybe I'm like, I don't gas myself up either. Like, I'm an insecure bitch, so when I look good, it's like when I feel that it's rare.
It's real.
So like, it's oh yeah,
it's rare and it's real.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, and it's like, and then when dudes are just like fucking killing the whole vibe, and you're just sitting in this like area.
it's like dudes watching videos of dudes and talking to dudes
Yeah,
and ignoring
and you're
the
just like,
fire
fire.
women in front of them. And you're just blinking and you don't know what to say because you're like, I don't know what to say about these guys looking at videos of guys.
You're like, so, how's that guy? Did you see that guy's bulge in those basketball shorts? Like, what am I going to talk about?
They might vibe on that because honestly, that's the energy it gives, right?
That's the energy.
They might
They're
be like,
looking at
that's
the
why
men."
we're watching it.
Exactly.
They'll be like, oh my God, how did
All
you
right.
know?
I think I know the answer to this, but I don't know if you're going to align with me, but we're going to try. Itchy tag you didn't cut off of your clothes, or the thong/G-string that's giving you an episiotomy all day.
Oh, man. I think
Think
I have
about
to
it.
go with the episiotomy. Only
Is the
because
worst or the better choice?
worse. The itchy tag will literally drive me to
No.
complete utter chaos.
I'm literally dying on the tag hill.
Yes, but I can rip it off.
No, if you couldn't though, because I think that.
But
this is the
okay, so
thing.
this is the problem.
Women are built for the episiotomy. Dog.
We are, but
We're
there's a
just
certain.
not-
I literally
there's a
like
limit.
this is the crazy part is this happened to me last week at work. I literally had to take my underpants off and throw them out. That's how uncomfortable I was. I was like literally,
cut
I was like,
in the fucking
my-
bathroom.
for lack of a better term, my labia is screaming right now. Like I was like, I can't, I
No,
literally, I was.
You don't have like. I'm talking about your labia is screaming, but also like, it's like right above your butt hole. There's like the line is.
Oh, I can't do that
scraping.
either. It'll give me what's that called?
It'll give you a fissure.
Dude, I almost peed. No, I guess like split butt crack. Is that- Like I can't live like that. Like it, like it depends. I guess it
anal
depends how. It
fissure.
depends how long. If I'm out at the club for a couple hours, it's fine. But if it's an 8-hour workday, I would not put myself through that. That's like a problem
Dude,
waiting to
I
happen.
think the tag. I will start like freaking out. Like I will freak the fuck out if I can't remove it. Where like
I
The
just
thong, yeah, it would suck. It would. It
I
would majorly
understand
suck. both
of them suck, but I
I'm
can't put
crying
myself.
so
I can't put myself in a possible health crisis.
I can't fucking give myself a fucking beat. What is it called? Beat?
A what?
No, you can like
Oh,
fuck
an
with your.
episiotomy?
No. Can you like also with tight underwear like give
Yeah,
yourself,
I
like,
can't.
a
My
fucking-
pH balance.
Yeah,
I can't.
you'll
Like
fuck, you'll give
there's
yourself, what is it
too
called?
many-
It's called like BP or something.
and BV.
BV, yeah. I can't give myself BV. But
Dude,
tag will just give you a major rash and
literally.
maybe some like contact dermatitis.
it'll
that'll
give me
last you a
contact
little bit.
dermatitis, and it'll give me like a literal like I might crash out and like fully go like like be like I'm itchy, man. But that's different than a whole like
Health scare.
what would you call it? A downstairs mix up?
My downstairs mix up. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't risk it.
I think I'm gonna go with the tag though because I feel like I've done the thong
I'm
thing
not
and it
moving on it.
hasn't really.
I'm not moving on it.
You know what? It might fuck me up for a couple days, honestly, if it's doing the fissure thing. But it doesn't usually give me that. But I know what you mean.
Oh man,
my
I'm glad you know
God.
what I mean.
Jada Pinkett Smith fucking her son's best friend, or bringing her husband Will Smith on her show to talk about it. What's worse? What's worse?
I think bringing him on the show.
Yeah.
Because you could have kept that behind the scenes and not publicly embarrassed your husband, and now he's like
I agree.
he's worldwide known for crying on her show. He's a meme.
Yeah, now he's
And
a
he's
meme.
also-
They're making a mockery out of a man who was literally
They're all-
cheated on.
Yeah, they're making a mockery, but also like he's now known as like a simp who just like still stayed with her, and he's like cool with it, and like that is some like crazy
Diabolical.
wild like a wild situation to be a part of in general, and something you need to like really like assess and be like, oh, should I be with this person and can I mentally handle this? But then for the entire world to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
It's a-
because it's almost
It's a damn lousy break.
it's almost like doubling down on the decision. You know what I mean? Like it's bad enough. Like, how do you even
think-
go about fucking your son's best friend? Like, what thought process is like this is okay?
But also poor Jaden.
Yeah, your mom fucked your best friend. You're still cool with her. That's weird.
crazy. And then on top of it, to be like, now it was probably a conversation like, yeah, I had sex with what was his name, Augustus Alsina or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
We might have to cut that. I don't want to humiliate him. But not only that, you go on the show, and I don't think he's a fully like it says this on the show. I'm pretty sure that she was like, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this, but I was in love with him. And then he
Yeah.
crashes out, and I'm like, you are publicly humiliating this
And
man.
it's
It
like
almost
also,
seems
like,
on purpose.
How old was Jaden when this happened? Because like, how could you be like? How old was the kid? Like in his 20s?
Yeah, like early 20s.
And she's like,
cougar.
yeah, but like I was in love with him. What are you guys talking about? Legos? What the fuck are you vibing on?
Legos.
Dude, I know he's not a kid, but he's like a kid compared to her. I was like, what are you doing? And then like, yeah, just bringing him on the show's almost like, yeah, it's bad enough she did it, but then she's like, I'm going to stand by my decision and like openly talk about it and be like, and also like, fuck you, you're a simp. Welcome to my show.
And
Kind
by
of
the way,
vibes.
I'm still in love with Tupac. All right. Anyway, next topic. This is very specific, but you'll understand. So, what's worse? You're shy, right?
Yeah.
And your neighbor like
God.
expects you to say hi. Some
Okay,
days you do,
yeah.
some days you don't. Depends on your mood. So your neighbor fully crashes out on you and yells at you and says, "What's wrong with you? You don't say hi." So now you're forced to say hi every day to avoid this awkward thing that's taken place.
Yeah.
Or the neighbor that's a landscaper that you ask to do your lawn once, and he continues to do it for the next 6 weeks straight, and then
For
plasters
free.
no,
Oh.
and plasters a bill to your house. Like, by the way, you owe me $35 a week for the last 6 weeks. And then you have to go up to him, pay him, and tell him, I'm sorry, sir. I wanted you to do it once. I can't afford this. Then he sees you crash out on the lawn trying to do it yourself and starts doing it for free. Breaks your hose and all your lawn decorations while he's doing it. But now you can't tell him he did that because he's doing it for free.
Yeah.
What's worse?
What's worse? First off, the hose thing was crazy because remember, okay, this is something that this actually happened though. Remember when he broke the hose? You heard him go, "Fuck."
In the window, yeah.
We heard it.
Clear as
day. Like the lawnmower fucking stopped.
We probably broke his lawnmower.
The engine stopped, and he went, fuck, and then destroyed the hose. And then the lawn ornament thing happened a couple weeks in a row where he was just cutting down, like, with a weed whacker. He was chopping the lights as if they were part of the grass. And I'm like, this can't happen anymore. Yeah, what's worse? I think that the not saying hi thing is worse only because the lawn thing has seemed to blow over.
Yeah,
like
they saw us start doing the lawn and actually not
they
crashing
kind of
out.
like
They let it lie.
They let sleeping dogs lie. This neighbor thing with the not saying hello, now it's like I say hello and say, hey, how's it going? I don't give a flying fuck at this point because you've crashed out in front of me and acted like a psycho.
And now I'm so uncomfortable.
So we're already cripplingly shy, right? You crash the fuck out. I'm like, now I don't want to say hi even more, but now I have to because she crashed the fuck out.
And I don't want her to crash out again.
Yeah, I have Catholic guilt, so God forbid she crashes out again. I'm going to, like, hang myself. So you're like, now you have to say hello. So literally yesterday, you missed it.
Oh, no.
I went, hey, how's it going? Like, all, like, and she started responding. And I literally, my ears just went shut off. So then she's like, yeah, you know, we'll say whatever. And I just hear, and I go, yeah. I have no idea what she fucking said to me. She could have said, like, her son died. I literally have no idea.
Like, yeah.
Yup. No intent of knowing what the fuck she was talking about. But I think because this awkward dance is still happening.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
sometimes, like, I think that her husband purposefully tries not to see me because I'm like, how you doing, neighbor? But I know he's not going to crash out, but I do it just in case she's around.
How you doing?
Because I'm like, she's going to be like, they're so rude.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of agree, though. I think the neighbor.
Because it's just like, it's not ending. I think because like, I'm so far away from the lawn mowing scenario that maybe it was worse at the time.
Okay.
Because I remember being, like, pissed. But, all right, so what's worse? Guy tells you to change your clothes or a guy that tells you can't drive and he has to drive your car?
Ooh. I think the car.
Right?
Very, very protective of my car. Very controlling.
Let's just say you had a shitty car. Just because, like, you got a nice car. And I feel like that's definitely a soft
If I had
spot.
a shitty car, I probably would like him to drive, but I would think the oppositional defiance would kick in. Like, if he's like, I have to drive, you're not allowed.
Yeah, but the
I think it would
oppositional
make me
defiance is
mad.
going to kick in no matter what. Like, change your outfit. I'd be like,
well, who the hell are you?
Or I'd probably change it.
I
And
think
then
it would depend
after the
why
fact,
they're
I would
saying
be pissed.
It would depend why if they're being just controlling and it has nothing to do with, like, a sense of, like, oh, you can't wear that because my mom's there or something like that. That's different. Like, if it's out of a place of, like, care.
No, I'm talking about a place of control because the car thing's control.
I guess that
they're both fuckboy behavior.
outfit, because I want to wear what I want to wear, and I'm going to spit in your face.
Yeah, and then if you change your outfit, it doubles down into the other thing. You're at a scenario, you look like shit. You think you look like shit. You don't think
like,
you're
wow,
hot.
I looked really
The
good.
vibe is really good.
No,
But then you're like,
the
what?
vibe is completely off now because your boyfriend is abusive. Right?
Yeah, but I'm just
Because imagine being in this literal scenario. He tells you to change your clothes. You're probably low-key pissed. You change your clothes, you look like shit, and now you're like, I hate my boyfriend.
Yeah. yeah, I don't know.
It's like a bad vibe all around. Where if he's like, you're not allowed to drive, I'm driving, you're like, oh, that's annoying.
it's still like
but it might not
they're
ruin
both
the event.
super red flags. Yeah.
At least you
Fuckboy behavior.
probably look hot still, you know? That's what we go to. At least I look sexy.
At least I look okay.
All right, this is going to be a little crazy.
All right.
You're doing the deed, right?
Okay.
And your 60-plus-year-old boomer neighbor watches you through the window.
Oh my god.
Or you're doing the
And then
deed.
is it the same? Can we just say it's the same neighbor that you have to say hello to because
Yes,
they crashed
we'll
the
say
fuck
that.
out?
We'll
Okay.
say that. The husband, though, not the wife.
The one
okay?
that witnessed the crash out and was kind of like, I'm her support
He's
system, so I'm going to sit
complacent.
there like a simp and not
Yeah,
say
he's
anything. Like, my
complacent,
wife is
but
fucking
But
insane.
he's watching you, okay?
Yeah.
Or you're doing the deed and your man's best friend walks in, pulls up a chair, and starts watching.
The neighbor, because the neighbor's always there, you know? The best friend might be there once in a while. And, you know, that could be kinky. Who knows? The best friend thing almost seems like it's like a cuck situation, a voyeur thing.
Yeah.
It could be hot in a sense, but the neighbor thing is almost like you just got it the next day. You're going to be like, hey, neighbor.
Yeah, that's. I think I
You
was
gotta,
leaning
like-
the same way because I was like, oh, it could be good. It could be cool. But then the neighbor thing is not cool.
It's a little like also like, who asked you, bro? Just look the other way.
Like, avert your eyes.
Avert your eyes. Don't look. That's fucking strange.
Yeah.
All right, well, these kind of have similar feelings, but I think I know where I stand. So when your server says, enjoy your meal, and you say, you too. Or you try to tell your mom a funny story and it completely backfires.
Which
know when
one
you're
do I
trying to-
hate more?
Which one do you
I
hate
hate the
more?
mom thing.
Yeah,
Because
right?
I'm like, really, like, I want to tell the story. I'm really excited about
then
it.
you,
And
like,
she
see
hates
it happening, and you just like start kind of like looking around. You're like nervously looking back,
And you're like, should I keep going?
yeah,
Because
you
you're like,
notice that like her
you
face
notice
is
the
changing.
shift. Or she'll be like, come on, Trey.
Yeah.
Like halfway through, and you're like, when do I stop? Do I keep
But
going?
then you like for some reason are still doing. Mom, it's gonna get funny. Like you're
think?
like because
and
you
you're
think
like,
it's
and
so
you start
funny.
like pulling your collar, like,
You start sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
but
the
it's like-
U2's really
but
fast.
it's like the sweat like that like stinks, like the stress sweat. The one that smells like you have like marijuana pits.
yeah,
And you're like, is it
you're telling the story, but you're like, is it getting hot in here? And like the siblings are kind of low key
you're like-
laughing in the background. Just kidding. The siblings are kind of low key laughing in the background. They're like, Mom, let her tell the story, but they're
but they're-
also a little nervous. And she's just getting more and more mad.
And
You're
they're like watching it unravel like
and then
back
it
and
just
forth.
ends, and you're covered in a pool of sweat. And you're like, guess you had to be there.
I hate when you tell a story and the reaction isn't what you wanted, and you have to do that because it's the only way to dissipate the
Yes, you had to be
situation.
there.
And then the worst response ever. Yeah, I guess you had to be there.
The most deadpan, like, yeah. I can't even do it because I'm laughing Yep.
Oh,
too.
I guess so.
And it's just like that,
And I'm like,
without
shoot
mom
me.
is horrible. But
With
then
your
you
mom,
have the mom guilt.
it adds 10 times. It makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, I don't see why you think that's funny. It's disgusting. And you're just like, all right. Oh, fuck me, I guess. God
And, like,
damn. Don't
you-
take the Lord's name in vain. Jesus Christ. Stop it.
But also you're like, you know deep down that your mom does love this joke, and she's putting up a front.
No, this is what I mean. Remember,
She's
we tried to
suppressing.
show her, and like I know people hate Amy Schumer. Hot take. Love the leather special. Love it. It's
The leather
fucking
special, the
funny.
first, 2 minutes, I'm crying laughing.
It's fucking funny. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, she's not funny sometimes, but the leather special is, it's gold. So we tried to show this to her mom, and she's like, this isn't funny. And we've come to the conclusion that, like, if you double down hard enough against something before someone shows you, it loses its luster because you're like, I'm gonna hate this.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
try
because
so hard to hate this.
she prefaced by being like, oh, is this dirty comedy? And we're like, yeah, but it's funny. And then I don't like dirty comedy. Like, she already knew.
Yeah.
And she was
I
like,
don't
let
think
me put my blinders on.
I don't think I'm going to like that. I don't think I'm going to like it. And then we're dying laughing, and she's just like this. Yeah, I don't know.
You're going to have to turn this off.
This is disgusting.
This is foul.
Yeah, and we're like, I think it's like, isn't it going to cause you to be repressed?
Oh, yeah.
You're repressed. Because you can't laugh at, like, the real, I feel like.
You can't be, like, authentically you. Like,
yeah. Because you can't
that's
laugh
why
at the
I
ridiculous.
just laugh at whatever I want to laugh at. I say whatever I want to
like,
say.
the G-string giving you the episiotomy, that would piss Mom off.
Yeah, sorry, Mom.
She'd be like, don't say stuff like that. Don't say G-string.
Why
Don't
would-
say
why-
episiotomy.
Episiotomy, guys.
It's a scientific term.
All right, I got one. This is going to be like, I don't know the answer, I don't think. So you go to the beach,
Dude.
and you forget to shave completely. And you have like at least a centimeter of hair. Pits
Oh
everywhere.
my God.
Everywhere. And like, like around your bikini line, it's
Yep.
even worse.
Yeah. Because you just didn't have time.
You just forgot. Like, you literally are
And
like,
also,
"Ah."
like, sometimes
Like,
you
you
just
think
don't
you-
give a fuck.
Like,
Like,
let's say,
especially if you're going out with the girls that are supposed to be
yeah,
the
I was going to take the
girls.
card to the next level and be like, and your friend points it out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not
Your
gonna do
friend
that.
points it out, but I need.
I mean, we could
need-
add it because of the next step. But, so you go to the beach, you forgot to shave everything, right? Or you go to the beach, you remember to shave, but you have extreme folliculitis all over your bikini area and your armpits. What's worse?
This happened. Like, can we talk
What's
about this?
worse?
Remember when we were in, like, fucking Miami and I had razor burn and our gay brother was like, Mo, I don't know if anybody wants to tell you this, but you gotta exfoliate your skin. It looks like you have bed bugs.
I literally... Okay, it's
I was
really,
like,
really fucked up
damn.
because I know what it felt like. I could
Dude.
feel her embarrassment, but I also loved the gay shade. Like, Mo, you really need to work
It
on
looks
that.
like you have scabies, or was it bed
No,
bugs?
it was bed bugs.
Yeah, yeah.
It was bed bugs. He's like, you really need to exfoliate because, honey, looks like you have bed bugs. And I just literally was like, shit.
Yeah, but also, like, the not shaving at the beach and you have, like, a centimeter of hair or whatever, nobody's looking that hard.
I mean, they do, though.
If they're,
Like, there's people there that'll look and go, oh, you didn't shave? What'd you forget? Like, oh, you came like that? And you're like, why are you looking at my bikini
but
line
it's
like
body
that?
hair is just body hair, bro. Like, it's just like, let's be
You're like, at
real.
least it doesn't look like I have, like,
At least it doesn't look like I have a
a
sexual
staph
an
infection.
STD.
Yeah, or an STD. Yeah, I get
don't
it.
know. I think, you know why? Because, you know why the razor burn one's worse for me is because the amount of guilt. Well, no, not guilt, but like the embarrassment, yeah. But
You're already embarrassed.
You're already embarrassed, but not only that, your fucking legs are on fire. Like from the razor burn, you're like, I feel like shit. Like my fucking shit
Oh, wait,
itches.
I actually
can't
have a
touch
story.
it. It looks crazy. I didn't exfoliate. He's right. And you just like are beating yourself up.
Yeah, right.
You stupid bitch. You didn't exfoliate. On
No.
vacation in Miami? Are you fucking nuts?
This trip is like, we've never done this before, and you look like this, you piece of fucking shit. And yeah, so one time I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm going to the gym. First day, like, able to wear shorts. So I put the shorts on, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
I haven't shaved in 6 months. Right? So I'm-
6 months?
Like, I don't know, it was winter to summer, so like, I don't know how exactly long, but it was
Wait,
a
you
while.
wait the whole winter to shave?
No, it's like
Okay.
being
All right,
dramatic,
all right.
but it was a while.
It
It
was
was
like
a
a-
lot of hair where you couldn't pass.
Yeah.
You couldn't pass on shaving. I should have, because I'm like in the bathroom. I have to leave like in 5 minutes, so I'm like, just shave. No shaving cream. No shower. No
No.
nothing. Just with the
no
razor.
exfoliation.
No exfoliation. Shave with the razor. I can feel the skin scraping off. And I'm like, oh, this is good. Isn't this what the girl did on Dr. Phil to look?
Microdermabrasion.
Yeah.
This is great for
She
me.
looked like 10 years younger because she was shaving her skin off her face every day. I'm like, this is probably good, right?
No.
So I'm like, oh, it hurts, but it's okay, right? Driving starts to get like a little worse. I'm like, oh no, that's not going to be
Feels
that
like you have
good.
fire ants on your skin.
Yeah, literally, like being like stung by fire ants. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in the steam room. Go in the steam room. This stuff brutalizes you, like steaming hot. Like you walk in and it's like burning my body.
Oh my God.
I'm not like taking into consideration that this is going to do anything to the razor burn that I've already inflicted on myself. I come out with like the craziest looking legs. Like it looks like I have a disease. Like it looks like I have scales. Like I have red like going up in my like in lines going up my legs. And I walk out and I walk and my trainer's like, what the heck is going on with your legs? And I'm like, don't talk about it. And he's like, that's insane. Are you okay? What's going on? Did you go to a dermatologist?
Dude.
I'm like, I literally shaved without shaving cream and went in the steam. Let's not talk about it. And had to walk around like looking like that for the entire hour and a half I was at the gym.
Oh my God.
In
Holy
excruciating pain, mind you.
That's nuts. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely the razor burn one for me. It's not a vibe.
Yeah.
Well, that was the podcast.
All right. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Peace out.